You want to cheers?
Cheers.
All right, Keller, welcome to Paint and Chat.
Thank you.
All right, my favorite mountain man who's an original member of HFF, Keller. I'm going to start with the question I always start, which is, what are you painting today?
Well, I'm painting mountains, which is, super unsurprising, I think, to most people. But I took a photo. I had really bad COVID one day, like 3 years ago, and couldn't work and couldn't really do anything. And I was going crazy. So I went for a little sunrise hike on Loveland Pass, and it was like a really amazing morning. And I took a bunch of photos. And so I'm painting that.
Nice. I didn't realize that was in Colorado. I assumed it was when you guys were like on a trip somewhere.
No, this was Colorado. I was just deathly ill and couldn't be near anybody. So I figured.
Was this back in the COVID times?
This is back in the COVID times. This was probably, 3 years ago or so.
Dang.
Yeah.
You had it ready to go. It is really pretty. Are you a sunset person or sunrise person?
I mean, I obviously see more sunsets than sunrises. But I think if I had to choose, I would choose sunrise. I think it's cool that there's like, I don't know, like a sunset is like a punctuation mark, right? And like a sunrise, like there's like kind of like endless possibilities of what could happen that day. So it's kind of like there's a cool, like, I don't know, there's something cool about it. And plus, like it like means more to see one, I think, because you have to earn it.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree with that. I enjoy sunrises more, but
I never see them.
Yeah. But I love when I get to.
Yeah, me too.
Especially like, I don't know, I feel like they're always pinker, which I enjoy.
Yeah, I agree. And it feels like it's like yours,
Yeah, I like that. Oh, especially like, I mean, I don't know, but this might be extra, but like if you make it to sunrise and you've like been out and you're like, damn, I know we just threw away our entire next day, but there is a sense of accomplishment that we made it to sunrise.
Yeah, that sunrise is a punctuation mark too, though.
That's fair. Do you ever get this feeling like in the summer, it's just like the days won't end?
Yeah.
And I hate feeling that way, but I've been feeling that way kind of.
I mean, I like long days. To be honest, I've never been a fan of sleeping very much.
Okay.
Like when I was a kid, I was always just like, I don't want to sleep. Like I want to keep doing activities. And like I hate that I have to sleep. That's obviously changed a little bit now.
Yeah. I mean, I feel that. Like there's never enough time in the day feeling.
Yeah, wouldn't it just be sick if you just like didn't have to sleep very much?
Yeah.
And you could just keep doing things.
What's your average like sleep time?
Oh, 8.5 hours every night.
Oh God.
At least.
That's a lot, honestly. I don't sleep that much in the summer. Like I'll go to bed at midnight and I wake up at 5, which is aggressive. But like in this winter, like I'm sleeping. Like I'm a sleeper.
Oh yeah, I always get my sleep.
Oh, amazing. I am painting a martini glass and a cigarette and a lighter. Which is very similar to when I painted a wine glass, a cigarette, and a lighter. But this is different because martinis are for the summertime.
It's true. Practice makes perfect too.
And these cigarettes are the ones that Dane had, the skinny little Vogues.
Oh, like are they like European cigarettes?
Yeah, they don't sell them here, I guess. He brought back a bunch of them, and I saved one for like a Friday. I saved one. He gave me one for like a Friday afternoon to enjoy with a martini glass. And they're amazing. They're like little skinny. They really do make you feel like smoking is cool.
Smoking is cool, unfortunately. That's the thing.
I don't think it is. I think it's... When you drink these skinny... When you smoke these... I mean, it's bad for you. Everybody knows it's bad for you.
Absolutely, yeah.
But like, if it's the one vice you have, it's all right.
It's bad for you, but it's
so good.
It's so fucking cool, unfortunately. And I don't do it, but...
Very indie. I went through like a huge phase of cigs, I feel like a couple of years ago. Like I can't say like, if Josh smoked cigs, I'd be like, that's hot. I would be like, that's gross.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it's definitely gross and bad for you.
But also cool. So, I figured for this episode, we could walk through your journey in Denver. So Keller and Logan left us for like a year. And I feel like we've never like talked about it.
We've never processed.
Yeah, I never processed. I blinked and they were back.
That's how it felt.
Which was incredible. But I just feel like Josh and I have kind of been having like a little, like, do we move? Do we not? So I'm just curious, like, what made you guys decide to go? Because you and Logan hadn't been dating for that long yet.
No, we hadn't. Actually, our first place together was essentially us traveling together. I don't know what made us decide to go. I think so. Logan had just finished up her women's health nurse practitioner degree, and so she was on the verge of no longer being a nurse. She was going to be a nurse practitioner, which is essentially just like a nurse with a master's degree in nursing, but like you're a provider, like the same way that like a doctor or a PA is a provider. And there aren't a whole lot of benefits of nursing, to be completely honest. Like it's just kind of like a shitty job at times. But like one of the pluses is travel nursing. You know, you can make like a lot of good money, like traveling and working in places that are like underserved.
Has travel nursing always been a thing?
Not to the degree.
I feel like this is a lot of like Logan, but.
Yeah, I think it blew up during the pandemic for sure. Because there was just like a need, and there's also a lot of like nurse burnout.
Yeah, that's.
So, you know, we figured, well, before Logan, you know, stops being a nurse, why don't we just like, at least like do the only perk of being a nurse.
Yeah.
And I can work from anywhere. I work remotely. So like, didn't matter to me. And like, I mean, that just seemed like, let's just travel and, you know, work from wherever and experience living in different places. We also like, we're kind of at a point where we'd been in Denver for, I guess it was 2023.
So you guys moved.
So we've been in Denver for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
And we were kind of at that point where we're like, all right, like, do we want to stay in Denver for like longer term? Do we not, you know, like,
yeah.
And we thought that it'd be a good like kind of test of whether we wanted to be in Denver or not. And we also like knew that
if you're gonna do it,
theoretically she would make good money, and we would like finish it with like money to potentially like buy a house, which we failed at.
That's all right.
Because we lived in LA and it's expensive as fuck.
Well,
so.
Yeah, that was my next question. So they lived in like a sick place in LA. Like your place in LA was so cool. But I remember Logan being like, it's the most money I've ever made and the poorest I've ever been at the same time.
Yeah. And like we found like we got a good deal on that place. Like we did not get the most expensive place.
They lived in like a carriage house.
Yeah. Granny house, carriage house, whatever. And it was so behind like a sick house in Brentwood, like a mansion that was built in like the 70s probably. So it was super cool, but it was like, it wasn't even the house. I mean, the house was expensive, but like LA was expensive. Like anytime we wanted to do anything that wasn't like surfing, beach, you know, it was going to be super expensive. So yeah, it was cool. That was a lot of fun. Didn't save up any money. And then we went to Santa Fe, New Mexico. And that was like...
Were you guys like deciding like, if we're going to do this, we want to live somewhere cool?
Yeah.
Is that part of the factor? Because I feel like there is a lot of people that graduate and they're like, I'm going to do travel nursing. And then like, either it's really good to put your head down and you like make a lot of money, or it's like not all cracked up to be, or it's like you have an incredible experience.
Yeah. I mean, our goal was to make money doing it, but we also like, we're like, you know, we would be fine with making less money doing it to live somewhere cool. Mm-hmm. Like we could have gone to like, you know, a lot of places and made way more money, but like we also wanted to enjoy ourselves and we thought we could do both. We just didn't. We just didn't do a good job of it. It's hard. It's like easy to say that you're going to do that, and then.
Well, my other thing is like, Because you're moving every 3 months. Like, do they cover, like, were they covering the cost of moving? Because, like, moving, I swear, every year I'll, like, save up money, then I have to move. And then everything gets drained out.
Yeah.
Did it feel like that?
It did feel like that. I honestly can't remember. I think they covered moving, and we just did it ourselves. So essentially just went back onto, like, her first paycheck.
Yeah.
But, you know, we only really moved once. We thought we were going to do it for a lot longer, but, like, our goal was obviously to save money and then to know whether we wanted to be in Denver long term.
Yeah.
And we missed our friends.
Yeah.
Especially after Santa Fe, because in LA we had, like, Matt and, like, his friends, and, like, I knew other people from, like, high school there. And,
yeah.
We had a lot of visitors, and then when we went to Santa Fe, we had fewer visitors, and it's a very, like, older town, just, like, demographic wise.
Like in the winter too.
We were, and so we kind of had a hard time there. We felt, like, lonelier. Like, Logan got out of the house because she has a very social job, and so she met some people and, like, would go to, like, after work drinks with, like, some of the girls from the hospital. But, like, I worked from home, and, like, nobody was, like, our age, and nobody, you know, it was hard. So
I didn't even think about that aspect, like working from home.
Yeah.
Have you been, like, burnt out working from home?
Absolutely, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going back to school, and
what are you going for exactly?
It's strategic communication design. So it could be different things. Like, it could be like brand design. It could be like user experience. What do you mean by design?
Like literally designing?
Yeah, like you could be literally designing, like, brand identities. Like, you know, somebody had to design, you know, basically any brand that you know of. Like, somebody sat down and, you know, they thought through, like, what is this brand trying to communicate? Who are they communicating to? Like, what's the best way to do it? What's the color palette? What's the logo? Like, all of that stuff. I don't know if I'll go heavy into that. I might. I just still don't know yet. But so I'm doing such a bad job, by the way.
Let me see. Do you read poetry?
No, I can't really say that I do, to be honest. I like it when I do read it.
Yeah.
But, like, I can't say I seek it out. I have, like, some notebooks where I write down, like, things that, like, I hear and I'm like, oh, damn. You know, like, the things that, like, kind of, like, knock you on your ass a little bit.
What do you mean?
When you read a passage or a poem or something, in, like, a book, and you're like, whoa.
It makes you stop and think.
Yeah, I try to write those down, and then sometimes I go back through and read it.
I like that.
And sometimes it's, like, poetry adjacent.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, I can't say I read a ton of poetry.
I don't really either. I just someone had, like, gifted me a book, and I read just, like, a page a day, and that's it. But, like, it's a 400-page book, so, like, takes a while.
Yeah, that's cool, though.
But I've been enjoying it a lot. That also reminds me, sometimes I used to be really good about journaling about every weekend. But I feel like living specifically here and with our friend group, like, we really are just, like, living pretty fast over here.
We are living fast. And
it just is, like, would be hard to build in, like, writing down everything that happened all weekend. So sometimes Josh and I will, like, write a little poem about the weekend. And it's very surprising to me how just reading, like, a quick little sonnet, like, I can remember the whole weekend.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I wish I had it on me right now, but I have one from that weekend. We went up and it was raining with Haley. And remember, we, like, stayed underneath the...
oh my gosh, it rains so hard.
It rained so much. And
Yeah.
we were just outside in the rain for, like, a long time. And you and Josh stayed up so late.
It was one of those nights where, like, you, like, check the time and you're like, oh, fuck. Like, I can't believe that it's 3:30 in the morning.
And then you went to go to bed and it was, like, what, 4? And Haley was just, like, awake reading in her, like, car.
Yeah, and we just shook her car back and forth until she woke up.
Damn, that's scary of you guys. I have recently... I always do this to myself. I almost don't want to put it on camera because then I'm going to have to listen back on it. But we watched the documentary on the Idaho murders.
It was spooky.
And I was getting like the studio ready last night. And I was doing my laundry. And then it got dark, so I got scared. So then I just like went into our apartment and like locked the door. And I was like, Josh, you have to come home. Like, I have to change the laundry. He's like, it's literally like outside the front door. Like, you can do it. I was like, I can't do it. Oh, it's just you shaking the car with Haley reminded me of that.
Yeah, it was pretty mean of us, I guess.
Are you like a murder doc person?
I'm really not.
Really?
No.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I'm not like anti. You know, like some people are like, it's so fucked up. Like, why are people?
It
like,
is.
Well, I mean, it kind of is, but also like whatever floats your boat. I don't really care like that much if people are into it. Like, it's not like a red flag to me or anything.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I don't know. I like to like. I have like very limited time in a day to like, you know,
Usually
consume media.
Well, that's my thing. Is like,
I'd rather listen to. I'd rather like do like. I don't know, on something that like makes me feel good.
I guess you do work from home. That is like, sometimes if I've had a long day at work, I've been like in my work clothes all day, like all I want to do is sit on the couch.
Yeah.
But that's like Josh's way of like, he knows I'll stay up late watching TV if he puts one of those on.
Do you guys watch a lot of them?
Since we've moved in together, yeah.
Yeah.
And like, this is kind of fucked up with me too. Like, yesterday, I just like slept through my alarm, which I don't do very often, but you know, sometimes when you put like the ringer down and then like it's faintly, your alarm goes off, but like you accidentally put the ringer all the way down, so you can't really hear it. Does that happen to you?
Yeah, sometimes if I do that, like if it's too quiet, it won't wake me up to the point of being like aware. It'll wake me up to the point where I hit snooze.
Yeah.
You know?
So that happened and I like woke up and I was like, crap, I can't, like I have a lot, I gotta go to work. And I was like, if I don't work out before work, like I am so antsy. Like I am so antsy. And because I work in just a normal workplace, like it's not that much fun to go for a walk when it's really hot outside because It's just, there's not that much trees. And I'm like, the only way that I can sit through work is if I listen to Crime Junkies. Because I know I won't get up out of my seat because I'll be so like locked in. And it did work, but it did like fuck me up a little. Like
you were just super. The thing I guess
like jumpy.
Yeah, the thing that like I don't love is when you listen to those podcasts and they frame it as like we're helping you be aware, so that like this doesn't happen to you, and it's like no, you're like scaring people.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to be that aware. Like this isn't gonna happen to you.
But like it could.
It could, but like it's not going to.
Yeah, that's fair. It definitely, yeah, and then I think about it and I'm like, and eventually it goes away and then I'm not scared anymore and then I'm fine.
And then it doesn't happen to you.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I went through a phase, like a crime junkie phase when I first moved into our other spot and I would make Haley and Quinn like go downstairs and change over my laundry with me. Because I was so scared.
But like you're literally sleeping down there in like an hour.
What'd you say?
So you're literally sleeping in that same basement in like an hour.
I know.
Like if somebody was down there, like they'd still
But like
be
if you
there.
get to your bed, you're safe.
True, yeah. And if like the person under the bed can't get to you.
Exactly.
Yeah, and when you pull the covers up too, you're safe.
Yeah.
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 Good point.
Oh, it definitely like it keeps me up at night. It's bad. And then Josh is just like, But I will say, even if something happened, like Josh wouldn't wake up. He sleeps like a tank.
Right. Yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah.
Logan actually always tells me about that. She's like, he just like sleeps so easy. I think that's like a real male-female thing. Like women are like.
It might be. Like it might just be wired to like. Yeah, it might be wired to like wake up for like threats and stuff more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's like been like studies. When I say studies, I mean like one word like articles that I scrolled past on Instagram. But like women need like more sleep. But the counter argument is like, is it because they sleep lighter than men? Like they have a lighter sleep. Could be. They wake up more.
Yeah, it definitely could be.
I am a good sleeper though. Are you a good sleeper?
I'm a really good sleeper.
That's lucky. Being an adult has made me realize how poorly people sleep. Like, some people really struggle with it.
I didn't realize that it was like such a hard thing for a lot of people.
I know, isn't that crazy?
I mean, it's like, maybe it's just like I get a lot of activity, I think, during the day. I definitely sleep worse if I like don't like work out hard.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's always like the hardest, is deciding, should I sleep in because I'm really tired, or should I work out because I'm really tired? You know?
It's like, yeah. Mine's always, my conflict is always, should I nap or should I drink caffeine?
Wait, you drink a lot of caffeine.
I drink so much caffeine.
I've been on a caffeine train lately.
Yeah, it's like, I guess you could call it a vice, but it's like the one vice that I'm like, I'm not ever going to kick this, and I don't want to. It makes my life better.
Oh, I always creep it, though. I'm always like, okay, my last cup is at 10. My last cup is at 11. My last cup is at 12.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's so bad.
I try to start later, because once I start, like, I'm not stopping, you know, until, like, the coffee's gone. It's like, I'll put it off, because I read somewhere that, like, you should, like, wake up naturally, so, like, your body still knows how to wake up. So, like, I usually wake up and I drink, like, 2 bottles of water, and I go on, like, a walk. And then when I get home, it's, like, 9. And then if I'm only drinking coffee from 9 to 12, like, there's only so much coffee you can drink. And that's the way I limit myself. Otherwise...
That's the thought process?
Yeah. It's like intermittent fasting, but for, like, caffeine, where you just constrain the time you're like, you can drink it.
All right. That's a way to do it. I'm
It's the only way to do it.
However, though, when I lived with Haley, I would wake up to the smell, and I would be like, fuck. If I wake up to it, like, I have to have a cup.
I don't understand how people can, like, have a cup the minute they wake up.
Oh, I
mean, I understand how, but like, it's not for me.
It was easy to kick, but it was nice when I was doing it. I will say, especially when I lived in that basement. Like, oof. Oh
gosh, yeah. You step upstairs and you're like blinded by the light.
Yeah. Did you ever want to be like a boots on the ground journalist?
Yeah, I really wanted to work for like National Geographic.
That's so you. I can imagine little you being like, I'm going to work for National Geographic.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
And I went to IU for it because the head of their photojournalism department was a National Geographic like staff photographer for like 30 years.
Oh, damn.
And so like he's like sold me on it completely, you know, met with him and developed a like kind of a relationship with them.
This is a professor?
Yeah. And then he left. And then the woman who was there next was like fine, but she was like a photojournalist at like the Philadelphia Inquirer. It like wasn't the same. No. And then like I don't know, I find myself like kind of like losing my passion for it because like the assignments I was giving in class weren't like interesting to me. And it's really uncomfortable. Like,
what do you mean?
So it was photojournalism that I was studying. Okay. And you got to like really get in people's space and like not give a fuck about the person to a certain extent. Like that's like up for debate. Like there are a lot of debates about like how involved you should be with the people who you're shooting and like whether you should help somebody if they need it or whether you should shoot first and help later.
Oh yeah.
And
I mean, that's probably a dilemma just in general. Like I see people with their phones out. Yeah. Even now doing that.
Yeah. So it's kind of sticky. And like my professor was like, definitely fell on the side of like, shoot first. It's not your job to help later.
Oh God.
Or maybe don't help at all. And she was like, if there's a car accident and you're covering the car accident, like you can't be afraid to like stick your camera in the car and like shoot. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I was like, I want to like shoot cool things and like, but I don't want to be like on that.
You don't want to be like a thorn in everybody's side.
Right. And like, it was always like, you have the right to shoot anything that's in a public space, including like sidewalks. So like, if you can get like from the, you know, like paparazzi and stuff, like if you can see something from the sidewalk, it's like free to shoot. I mean, like it's from a public space. I was like, yeah, but like, that doesn't mean that it's like not like shitty, you know? And so I was just like, okay. I like the first guy who I, you know, started in photojournalism under, like I really liked. And then over time I was like, I don't really like this anymore. Like I'm not enjoying it. And then if you're going to be a journalist, you have to be like willing to start off like in like the weirdest places. Like no one just like is a journalist for like the Denver Gazette first.
Yeah.
Like you're working in some tiny little town. Like I have friends who were like sports reporters in like rural Mississippi, just covering like high school sports and stuff. And I'm like, yuck.
Yeah, that's hard. I feel like wanting to do something good, it's sad having a realization like you have to go through the bad first.
Yeah, you gotta earn I mean, like everybody wants to be a National Geographic photographer, it turns out, and like it's fucking hard.
It is hard, yeah.
But so anyway, yeah, I just decided to sell out and be like corporate marketing guy.
That's all right. I felt that way with like engineering. I intended to be like a sustainable developer. Mm-hmm. Then I learned that just doesn't exist.
Well,
no construction companies like are trying to build sustainably.
No. It's not the incentive.
No. And so when I was realizing that, I was like, okay, I'll just work really, really, really hard and I'll open my own.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what I'll do. And then COVID happened and everything turned upside down. And I did find a corner where like, for the most part, my job is preventing wildfires, which like feels good.
Yeah.
But like having that daunting realization of like, oh my God. Like I remember being an intern and like my internship, I was just like proposing to cut down trees and build Starbucks. Like that was what I was doing. Like, and,
like what did I do? What did I get myself into?
And it wasn't until they were proposing cutting down, like I used to take the long way to my high school and like you pass just like this huge lot of just like maples and maples and maples. And in the fall, obviously it's beautiful. Mm-hmm. And they were like, okay, we have this lot. They want to turn it into like one of those cookie cutter neighborhoods. And I was like, oh.
You're like, no, you can't do that.
You can't do that. This is my drive. This is my favorite drive. This is when I want to listen to music late at night. And like, I drive. This is the drive. And I was just like, oh my God. And I came home and I was just like, I don't think I can do this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I can just propose to cut down all these trees and build a Starbucks. Like,
well, good for you for not doing that. Well,
I was in it. I was kind of forced out. But I'm definitely thankful that I didn't get cold feet right then and there. Like
you didn't
having the mentality of trying to go through instead of just like changing my major and getting scared. If that makes sense, like steered me to a place where I can use my degree in like a good way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is cool.
That is cool.
You gotta like find a little corner for yourself.
Yeah. I mean, my goal for going back to school is definitely to like get into the outdoor space, which was like my goal when I originally moved to Denver.
Yeah. I mean, you're like so outdoorsy.
Yeah, I'm kind of like embarrassingly like I'm like the most like Colorado, like.
I know you have a beard now too.
I know, and that was an accident. It just happened.
I do like it, by the way. It looks great.
Thank you.
It is surprising being an adult and like realizing like not all men can grow full beards.
I didn't know if I could grow a full beard.
Really?
Well, I was just like, it got out of, like I just didn't shave for a while and it got out of control. And then I grew a little gray tuft right here and I was like, what if I have just like a sick gray streak in my beard? Like that would be so cool.
That would be cool.
So then I was like, all right, let me give it a shot. And now Logan likes it. And so it's been hard to like, I keep being like, I think I want to cut it. She's like, do not cut it. I'm like, please. I don't like it anymore. It doesn't look like me in the mirror.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's something that's like the only thing that like men, not the only thing obviously, but like their version of like makeup almost. Like you can shape your face with your like facial hair, which is wild.
It is wild. Yeah.
Do you want a peep game?
Don't want to what?
Peep game.
Look at yours? What do you mean?
Look at each other's.
Sure. I'm struggling with shadowing a little bit.
It looks great.
Like, I'm starting, like, the shadows aren't matching very well. Like, what's going on there?
That's all right. Colors look different everywhere. Anything darker.
Oh my gosh, yours is so good.
Isn't it fun?
Yeah, it's so fun. I love the hints of like pink and stuff you have in your white.
Very fun.
Very fun.
Didn't do that on purpose, so thank you.
That's why you mix things, right?
That is why you mix things, yeah. I've been very, very into dusty pink and butter yellow and olive green.
Dusty pink.
Dusty pink.
And buttery yellow.
Butter yellow, what a funny way to describe. One of my dream jobs was always like naming lipsticks or like naming like nail polishes.
Naming
there
colors.
was the craziest thing. Same with like weed strands.
Yeah,
They always have the craziest names.
That would I feel like be a very easy job because like you can get away with anything. Like no one's gonna be like, yeah, you can't name it that. That's too wild. You know?
Yeah. Like I think the color on my toes was like love potion number 9. I'm like, but what's 1 through 8? And they were just like, you know what? Throw a 9 on there.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Why not?
I have some weird shadows and stuff that I'm not liking.
That's all right.
I don't think I can fix them though.
Even just like a little itty bitty like bright
Good idea.
over the shadow changes it a lot. Yeah, the contrast it's a real thing. It's very cool to get your brain thinking like this.
Yeah, I love like firing up the creative part of my brain.
Yeah, what's so cool to me about you is like you are a like writer creative. Like I do not have that part of my brain. I mean, I do, I could try, but
yeah.
It's crazy to me. Like I think intellect with math is not that impressive in comparison to intellect with
I disagree.
words.
I disagree because I can't do math.
See, but that's the difference between me.
Yeah. Like to me, it's insane to say that it's not impressive to be like.
But like, I really think if you tried really hard, you could learn it, and it would be fun.
Okay, but like you're doing all this creative stuff, and your base intellect is math, so you're learning the creativity part too.
Yeah, but I'm not good with words.
Yeah, that's fair. I also
It's like a whole different part.
I like read this article at one point that was like, you know, you can like pick up skills that like you don't naturally have, but you're essentially just like, it's like training like your left hand or whatever your offhand is, where it's like you're never going to be as good at it. Mm-hmm. Like your peak isn't as high as just learning to be really good at what you're naturally good at. So like, I don't know. It's like I might, you know, learn math, but I'm never going to be as good at it as somebody who is like a natural math mind, you know? Mm-hmm.
But it's still good for your overall like learning.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I feel that. That's why I think that's why I started this. It's good to exercise this part of your brain.
I agree.
Because you're into photography.
Yeah.
That's similar.
It is. I mean, it's similar in, I don't know. Is it similar? I mean, like it's, because it's all framing and
looking at the world through a camera's lens, like you probably have the ability to do. Or like I can look at the world through a painter's lens.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Which is a cool thing that like some people don't exercise. Mm-hmm. And it's an important thing to exercise.
It's really interesting like how photography teaches you to like see light.
Yeah.
And lines and like, you know, the general principles of photography. Mm-hmm. Like balance and, you know, like everyone's a photographer nowadays, and like I think that's like overall, like I don't know if it's good or bad. It's a cool thing that everybody can do, but like it's very obvious when you see somebody who like isn't trained in like in like the basic principles of photography.
Yeah.
Because you're like, wow, if you just would have like moved your framing over like a tiny bit, that'd been really cool. But
I have felt that way a lot with like, because I have a film camera, which like, shout out, they're not that expensive. Because a lot of photography majors have to start with them. So like they just get passed through Facebook Marketplace and they're pretty cheap. The film is expensive. The
film is expensive, so like it gets you later.
It gets you, but I'm not trained in photography at all. But starting with only a film camera, it makes you think I only have one chance.
Yeah.
So like this needs to be like a good dynamic photo.
Which I think is cool. Like, when you're doing photography, like you should be trying to capture like real organic moments, at least like in my perspective. Like it is like capturing like a moment in time. Like
my
and
dream
you're
job
not going
was
to get
like,
another shot at that, you know?
I really wanted to be like a party photographer. Like I would bring like
Go to the club.
I would bring it to the freaking bars in college, and I like loved it. And I found out that it was a job, and I was like, whoa, you can do that?
Gosh, everyone saw you coming and were like, oh God.
No, my friends loved it.
Sure, yeah, I'm sure.
And I do have a couple like really good ones. But yeah, I think thinking about photography that way, like capturing a moment at a time, is a different thought process than capturing it for Instagram.
Right, like not staging it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
But
is
like I love the randomness of film.
Yeah.
Where like, you know, you might think that you botched a photo, but like it's actually sick.
Did you guys take film to Europe this time? Where did you go in Europe?
We didn't take film. We should have. We did really good film photography in Italy. We were in Norway. And then we went to Copenhagen. And
You guys had sick photos from Copenhagen, I think.
Copenhagen's one of those cities. It's like it's impossible to take a bad photo. Like they're so good at like design. Like it's such a good design city.
Yeah.
And like everything there is just so well designed, like aesthetically. Because it's like what they're known for, and like Copenhagen especially. But like you go into like a little like counter, like order at the counter like burger restaurant, and it's like so sick. Like they thought about the light fixtures, they thought about the aesthetics. Like,
see, because I mean I've never been to Copenhagen, but I feel like, would you say Copenhagen it like leans into what in comparison to like we lean into Instagrammable? Like they built this bar to be Instagrammable.
Right. I would say like Copenhagen and like kind of is like,
or Europe in general.
It's very Scandinavian, and like Scandinavian design is like an emphasis on like quality and like natural form, natural materials. Pretty simple. Like it kind of goes hand in hand with minimalism, but I kind of think calling it minimalist reduces, like it's sort of reductionist, because like it's not like they're just doing minimalist for minimalist's sake. They're like letting their materials like speak for themselves, if that makes sense. So like it's not like
that's the architecture I like the most is similar to that.
Yeah, it's not like taping a banana to the wall and calling it.
You know
like,
what we were gonna
minimalist
do?
Just for that. It's just
when we had for the Christmas party, Josh and I were gonna tape a banana to the wall.
That's so funny.
But you know what's funny about that? We're still talking about it, and it's been 6 years.
Totally, I get it. I get, I think it achieved what it was trying to achieve and some probably.
Yeah.
But like, I think minimalism had a moment, and I wouldn't call myself a minimalist, but I like quality. And I think when you have like high quality materials, you don't have to do so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I definitely like Scandinavian vibe. Like I mean, our house is not like ours is. When we moved in, Josh was just like, let's make colors and patterns everywhere. Like, why not? This isn't our house. We're only renting it. We're only gonna live here for a short time. And I was like, you're right, fuck it.
Yeah, it's maximalism. I would arguably say that like it's cooler right now to do like maximalism than minimalism. Yeah. Because everything's minimalist and like, fuck it, like.
And I feel like developers like take advantage of it.
Oh, 100%.
Like, it's minimalist, and you're like, no, you just didn't finish anything. I
100% agree, and so many people like that's their vibe right now that they're trying to curate.
And it's like so different than if you have like an old home or like apartment building that's been built and it's actually from like the 1900s.
Yeah.
It's so different than just building one super quick and not finishing it. And
completely.
Being, like, minimalism.
Or like clean. It's so clean.
Yeah.
It's like it's boring. Actually,
yeah, Denver, like really, sometimes I look around like when back in Rhino and I'm like, oh my God, this is tough. Like all the apartment buildings look the exact same.
Yeah.
It makes me sad.
Yeah, Denver's not like the most aesthetic city. Denver in general, like I love Denver, but like if it didn't have the mountains, like
it wouldn't be great.
It would be like just very fine.
Yeah.
Like to be honest, it doesn't like, it reminds me a lot of kind of smaller Midwestern cities like Indianapolis.
Yeah.
It's like Indianapolis is just Denver without mountains.
Yeah, that's fair. I do though, like they did a very good job at planning. Like everybody has a walkable like corner, no matter how far or close to like this heart of the city you are. Like I feel like everybody has, I mean, it depends how far away you live, but within a certain radius, everybody's like a walk away from a coffee shop, liquor store. That's like cute.
Do you think that was like planned, or do you think that was just like...
Definitely.
You think that was just like...
I mean, it had to be zoned that way.
Yeah.
Like they planned very well the large streets. Like they did good with the biking. I mean, they didn't do...
They're doing better and better with all that, you know?
It's crazy how you go out west and everything gets bigger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they did good with, like, I don't know, the houses and the yards and that stuff. I don't know the laws specifically because I'm not in land development anymore. What they didn't do good at is being able to, like, tear down historic stuff. That's a really cool thing about Detroit is, like, they have very, very strict laws on historic stuff. Like, there's historic blocks every other block, so you get really cool stuff out of that. Like you get a restaurant that was in a house, or like you have to keep a certain amount of the building and like build from that, and it just creates, I mean, I'm sure it's annoying to do if you're the developer.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But it creates for really cool vibes.
It's like playing the long game, you know?
But this city was not playing the long game at all. I mean, it grew so
fast.
In like 20 years, it like just doubled.
Yeah. And like, if you were in charge of the city at that time, you're just thankful for development, you know?
Yeah.
So I just understand. But yeah, it's just different. Denver is not, I wouldn't call Denver a European city.
Oh, no.
But it's, you know.
I mean, we just can't get like anywhere in America. Maybe.
There's some cities that are more like
Orleans, DC, the older cities, but like Europe is so old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there's just nothing you can do to like stand up to that. And what's sad about our city is like everything was built so quick that everything is just built to not last that long. Mm-hmm. Where over there, it's like this stuff has been built for a long time.
Like the purpose was for it to
stay forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part makes me sad. But we do have like the old, I guess, like mining money, which is cool. The old mining homes.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
We should take one of those little like buses that takes you around Denver. That's like, and this is where
Miner Joe lived.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. When I lived over in Logan, and I lived over in Cap Hill, we had all like the ghost tours and stuff come through, which is funny.
That is funny. I want to do one though.
I think Brock's done one.
I think he has too.
It'd be so funny. They like pull up outside your house and they're like, and this is the most haunted house in Cap Hill. And you're like, wait, what?
That's really funny. Okay, do you want to do some HFF questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Hank wants to know, you can take the boy out of nobletucky, but can you take the nobletucky out of the boy? Explain your reasoning. Nobletucky is your hometown?
Nobletucky is what people in Carmel, where Henry grew up, call my hometown. I don't know why. They say they were rednecks, but like, and there were some rednecks in Noblesville. We had to drive your truck to work or to school day.
Hell yeah.
No, we had to drive your tractor to school day.
Did you?
I don't have a tractor. It was funny because it was for like essentially like the 25 kids who like had tractors, and everyone was like, hell yeah, this is funny. But
did people lean into it, or were they embarrassed?
People lean into it for sure.
Hell yeah.
Because like everyone just sort of like, adopted the whole nobletucky thing.
Yeah.
Because it was done for so long. Like every time the like more urban schools would play us, like they'd all dress like farmers.
No way.
And like that was fine because like then it's like just a fun theme. Like then like whenever we'd play them, it's just like cool.
It's just funny because when I go back there, I'm just like, this is just suburbia.
Yeah. But like northern Noblesville gets a little, at least it got a little rural when I lived there.
Yeah.
It probably doesn't anymore. Can you take the boy out? Can you take nobletucky out of the boy? Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, honestly, I don't know if I'll, like, my parents moved out of Noblesville.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever set foot back in Noblesville again in my life.
Huh.
And, like, obviously, like, where I grew up, like, you know, impacts, like, who I am, but, like, I wouldn't say that I'm, like, super Noblesville or anything like that. I would say, like, most of, like, Indy and Hamilton County, like, kind of ends up with, like, the same, like, culture, you know? Like...
Yeah. That's a good answer. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Okay. Schrader wants to know if you could spend 1 week with anyone who's ever walked the earth. Who would it be? What would you do? And what piece of advice would you try to get out of them?
Oh my gosh. That is such a big question.
It's such a big question. It's one of those where it's hard not to think about, like, recent.
I'm going to need you to, like, walk, like, I'm going to answer one part and then ask what the next part was. Because, like, I can't remember all that stuff. It's a week, so it's got to be somebody who's, like...
And, like, they're staying with you.
Okay.
They're kind of dirty, too.
They're kind of dirty? Does that depend on who I pick?
No, it's just kidding.
I think it'd be cool, like... I'm going to pick, like, Hunter S. Thompson. You know who that is?
No.
You know Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
No.
The Johnny Depp movie?
No.
Where he's, like, smoking the cigarette and has the crazy glasses and he's, like, on all the drugs.
Oh, fuck. No.
Okay. Well, he was a journalist.
I'm a really bad movie person.
He was a journalist who was just, like, crazy as fuck and, like,
he
did a lot of drugs.
About him?
Yeah, but he was a real guy. And he, like, just had, like, all the craziest experiences. Like, he invented, like, gonzo journalism, which is just, like, you're just, like, it's, like, train of consciousness, like, how he was on drugs a lot of the time. Like, the most insane stuff. So he had so many, like, interesting experiences and stuff. And, like, I think he would be, like, a really interesting hang.
What would you do with them?
So this is current day? Like, we're hanging out in 2020...
Yeah.
Whatever year it is, 2025. I don't know. Honestly, probably just chill.
Drink tons of coffee.
Drink tons of coffee. Yes, coffee. Yeah, I just think he'd be an interesting guy. He'd probably get bored of me, but he was just like he had crazy, like, I have one of his books that's like a compilation of all like his best work, and it's like every story is different, which I think would keep things interesting, like to have somebody who's just like had the most insane life.
Yeah.
And like is just like like a crazy person.
Yeah.
But like so creative, like I think that'd be just like a really interesting person to hang out with.
Definitely. Oh, what advice would you try and get out of them? I feel like that's the hardest one to answer.
I would say like how do you stay like young? Like how do you keep things fresh? Like how do you like not get like an urge to like just chill out, slow down, like stop learning new things and having new experiences, you know?
I think it's the drugs.
It could just be drugs. It could definitely just be drugs.
Okay. Josh wants to know, what's your favorite article you've ever written and why?
I can't say like I really like, especially professionally, like haven't written that many like articles. I've done a lot of different types of writing, but it's not like just writing articles, you know?
Yeah.
So I have like a limited number to draw from here. I did one for like a van life magazine about like how to like what it's like being like a single person living in your van.
What was it like? Scary?
It's so funny. It's so funny that's where your mind went because of our discussion earlier.
No, literally.
No, like not a lot of people said scary. A lot of people just said like everyone's warned about people in vans when they're kids. So like I'm a single guy. I met you at a bar and like I want to go. Do you want to go back to my van? Like, and this just presents challenges.
Wait, I never.
But like a lot of people also like romanticize it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask because I feel like it is romanticized.
Yeah, so a lot of people they're like, this will be fun. Like a lot of guys were like, and girls were like, a lot of people just like romanticize it and think like,
They could do
this
it.
will be a really fun experience I can tell people about later. But it's not like I actually would ever see myself like.
It's not your personality.
Yeah, and then like one girl was like, did like this meetup with somebody who also lived in their van and like they met up and then like it was very clear that he was actually just like homeless and like living in his van and like needed a meal.
Oh damn.
And so she was like, okay, like this is a different version of van life, I would say, than what I was doing myself. But so that was probably my favorite just because I interviewed a lot of interesting people. And
That would be interesting. I feel like when like you have to be a specific type of person to live in a van. By type of person I mean comfortable living in a van.
yeah, I agree. Like you definitely like, I feel like there are different, like you probably grew up not having like a ton of personal space. Like maybe you had a bunch of siblings or something. And like, that's not an issue for you,
Yeah.
But like you also like I would think that like you wouldn't need like somebody who just doesn't need a whole lot of company. Because it seems really lonely to me.
It does to me too. Because like, I don't think I've ever thought to myself, we need less space.
Right.
I've thought to myself, I need less things. Like, I don't need to buy these things.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever thought to myself, I want to only like live in this bedroom and that's it.
Well, a lot of people, they'll drive their van somewhere and then they'll set up like space outside. Like they basically have like a living room set up outside.
Yeah, you'll see them like at I love when I see old couples. And they've got like a decked out van.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's so cute doing that in your like retirement.
It's not like you're just sitting in your van.
Yeah, that's
Ideally,
true.
if the weather allows.
But a lot of time would be spent in it,
Yes, definitely.
I don't know, so I have a friend, I think you've met her, a college friend who now lives in a van, and the way she thinks about it, she's just like an adventurer to her core. She's like, my bed is on wheels. Mm-hmm. Like I can sleep in my own bed anywhere I want. And I'm like, yeah, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, think of the possibilities.
Like I always think like, oh, I want to go home and sleep in my own bed. She's like, I just have it with me all the time. I'm like, that's a fair point.
I feel like it would take a while though to like start to like see that as your bed, like you're truly your bedroom and not like a temporary thing. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah,
I would still like if I left tomorrow and Logan and I started van lifing, I would still be like at a certain point like I have a bedroom back in Denver and I really want to be there. But like, yeah, once you reach that point where you're like, this is my bedroom, this is my home, then like, yeah, it's pretty cool.
she also like works outside, which helps.
Yeah, definitely.
It makes a difference. Like I can't imagine like working like from home from a van, like on a computer would be hard.
That would be hard. You have to like stop at like a coffee shop or something. Mm-hmm. But even then, like I get tired of sitting at a coffee shop.
Which, random, but I always thought if I ever did, I went through a phase where I romanticized it a lot. And I was like, Josh, we should do this. And he's like, no, we shouldn't. It'd be so hard to put two people in a van. But I was like, why don't van lifers like stop in cities whenever they're in cities and like watch dogs? Unless they have a dog, I guess. But like to like get the feeling of being in a home for a while.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm sure they do. Like
yeah, I guess that's true. I know nothing about the community, so probably.
Yeah, I mean
they got their own little tips and tricks.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely do.
Cool. Those are all my questions. Before we turn on music, give us the lowdown on your charity, what it's called, and like what it is.
Sure. So I chose the Conservation Fund. as my charity. I'm really passionate about environmental conservation, protecting public lands. I think they benefit everybody in so many ways, even if you don't access them yourself or use them yourself. And I also feel like, we'll have public lands as long as we want to have public lands, but like, we don't have the public lands we have just like out of the good of people's hearts. Like, people insisted on us having public lands,
Yeah.
And what the Conservation Fund does is they fundraise money in order to like buy parcels of land to like turn over to like the public. So, they help protect a lot of, critical land, but like kind of maybe underappreciated. Like, they're not like buying new national parks per se, but like they might protect like a critical like 20-mile stretch of a river for like salmons to, spawn and stuff. So like they do a lot of like kind of like, they work within the system in a way, to like,
Yeah, that's cool.
help preserve public lands and get new public lands and stuff. So
Public lands.
public lands,
Colorado has some of the most public lands.
we do,
Which is
and it's
really
a
cool.
very interesting time to be
It is.
a fan of public lands because
Big Beautiful Bill was not.
they're not a given.
Yeah.
I think it was like for it to be kind of like for a public land sell off to be like on the docket, but like not pass is sort of best case scenario in my opinion, because it like
Yeah.
reminds people that like,
This is something our country like actually values a lot.
yeah, and like also like it reminds people who like and appreciate public land that like it's something that you have to like,
It's not like we're screaming it from the rooftops.
right,
But
like we
everybody
take it for
does
granted, I think, but like believe me, like corporations and like big government they're not setting aside public lands just because they want to, and they think it's, if there's a buck to be made on some public lands, like there are interests who would like to develop it. So you gotta like insist on keeping it. So I think it was good for everyone to like kind of wake up to that fact again.
Did it not? Did they take it out?
They took it out, yeah. Yeah, there's
good.
a lot of backlash, which is
Yeah.
obviously good in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. Amazing. We're gonna listen to music. And we'll be back to show you the final product. I have 17 subscribers now, and they're gonna be really excited. What is the charity that you donate to?
The proceeds from this painting would go to the Conservation Fund.
Amazing. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Do you want me to walk it up?
Yeah. Available on my website, palettetalk.com. Go get yours today. Amazing.